Hi guys, welcome back to A Game of Fangs and Thrones. My name's Hannah and this is a weekly reading vlog. Now this is week 4.5 of reading Book Box books and zero point 0.5 of Sequelathon because they're not full weeks, but they are still involved in the month. That made more sense in my head. Anyway, I finished, where'd it go? Marion Lane and the Midnight Murder by T.A. Wilberg. Last night, I gave that 4 stars on Corpile. Really enjoyed it. There was a few aspects of it that I didn't love, but I am intrigued enough for the sequel. It gives me a warm, fuzzy kind of feeling, which is weird considering it's a murder mystery book. Anyway, I then, because it is still the last half, this week is split into 2 parts. First part is the end of reading Book Box books, and the second half is the start of reading sequels. So I'll be reading Book Box books until Wednesday, and then from Wednesday it's the start of Sequelathon, and I really need to sort this part out behind me. Anywho, I started The Prison Healer by Lynette Noni. This is the Pretty Naked Dust Jacket. This is a fairy loot book, if you couldn't tell by the foiling and the sprayed edges. I got to page 66 last night, which is the start of chapter 8. This follows Kiva, who is a prison healer in a prison that is basically a death camp. She's in charge of marking the prisoners as they come in, marking them with the Z for the Zaladov, the name of the prison, as well as healing the general day-to-day injuries containing plagues and outbreaks, that kind of thing. And so far we've got to the part of this, we've pretty much covered everything from the synopsis. The rebel queen has just arrived, unconscious and blind, and Kiva's been told she has to get her ready for these magic trials. Now, we also have Tip, who is Kiva's unofficial assistant, who is so cute, he's only about 11. And then we also have a mysterious prisoner who was brought in unconscious, covered in the blood of his 2 dead companions. Kiva's been healing him as well, and he's been given to her as her buddy kind of thing. He did see his name, but I've forgotten that now. But quite enjoying it so far. Lynette Noni's writing, it reminds me a lot of Sarah J. Maas, especially the scenes of Endovia in Throne of Glass, which makes sense because Noni and Maas are friends. The prison healer is dedicated to Sarah J. Maas. So there are going to be similarities, but at the moment the plot is different enough for me to distinguish the two. And I think if it goes well, this might be a contender for a 5-star. Because I just love the style of writing that they've gone for. It's not overly dramatic, but it has a sort of romantic dream-like quality to it, which is very interesting considering they both they're both set in prisons or death camps. That's an interesting juxtaposition. So plans for tonight, because it is getting on a bit, and I think I've rambled enough for the start of this vlog, is to watch YouTube. I think Gav from How to Train Your Gavins put a video up, and G from Book Roast. So I'll read those 2, and then we'll see what YouTube throws at me because I have autoplay set up on the telly, and at the moment I'm loving reading to Olivia Reed's Lattes vlogs. They're just so calming, and Jodie's as well when she posts. There's just something about them, it's just nice and relaxing. So I'm going to stop blabbering on, put my jammies on, and read for the rest of the night. So it's Wednesday now. Apologies for not updating you yesterday, but I just read The Prison Healer by Lynette Noni. Spoiler alert, I've finished it, and well, as you'll have seen from the little b-roll I did of my book chart, I'm going to call it, for the month. Technically, the 4 books you would have noticed I have 5 marks next to haul and 2 marks next to wrap up. Technically, they should be in June's haul and June's wrap up videos, but I've already filmed them and I can't be bothered to film them again. So they're just we'll just pretend they're July for now. But anyway, this book is a 5-star. It's gorgeous inside and out. Obviously this is the Fairy Loot special edition, with the foil embossing on the dust jacket, the shiny spine. I think this cover is an exclusive. I think the original is more greeny blue. Someone let me know in the comments down below. But I prefer this cover because it's purple, and then because I finished the book, we can display this artwork. This is Kiva, our main character, and this is Jaren, our love interest, let's call him. They do have a few moments, but this book packs a punch for the size of it. We have family betrayal, friendship betrayal, hidden identities, a trope that I really enjoy, which was done just a chef's kiss. I can't tell you what the trope is because then that could be considered a major spoiler for one of the plot twists. And yeah, okay, some people might say it's overdone, but I like it in this one. But the writing basically this book got 10s across the board. I think, can't remember now, but it got 5 stars on Copile. I think, yeah, I rated everything 10, even logic, which was surprising. But you know, this book didn't have any lulls in it. There were some slow character building points, but they fit perfectly within the overarching plot, where it didn't feel like it was slowing anything down. It was just a nice little slow moment to catch your breath before Kiva has to go do something else, usually a trial. But yeah, before I blabber on too much about this, because I will do a full review / more concise thoughts once, and then we'll just put it back. So I will do a full review. I'll write it down and then get my thoughts in order, write some notes, and then pop that in the wrap up at the end of the month. Now it is Wednesday the 30th of June today, so in theory I should still be reading subscription books, because that was the challenge I set myself for June, and my readathon Sequelathon starts tomorrow, Thursday the 1st, where I'm reading sequels. So I do have a bit of a crossover time where I do want to start something, but I don't know if I should start a subscription book or start on July's TBR, which is just out of shot here, which was sequels. So I've realised I have the perfect compromise, and it is right here. This is Chain of Iron by Cassandra Clare. This is the Last Hours book 2, so it fits for Sequelathon. It is on my must read before the end of 2021. Yeah, we're in 21 now. My end of 2021 series priority list, and this is the Fairy Loot edition with the Death Moth stenciled edges there, the sprayed on the back, the design on the naked hardcover, and the tagline on the back. Now this one doesn't have a synopsis, but it is signed. And I think this is a print rather than an actual signature, but that's fine. This is the sequel to Chain of Gold, which I did enjoy, and this one obviously picks up at the end of Chain of Gold. And what can I tell you without being a spoiler? But because obviously this is part of an extended universe where the books all interact, but basically this follows some characters and their offspring from the Infernal Devices trilogy as well. So it's set in that clockworky, steampunky era that I just can't get enough of, it seems. I love that element in books, especially when magic mixes with science, or there's that scientific element where things are powered by steam, or they're a little bit out of time, but it fits so well. But anyway, I digress. So this book will pick up on the end of Chain of Gold, which is right here. I do own a collector's edition of that one, in the sense that it's the Waterstone's first edition or something. It was a present. And this one I bought myself. Just put the chapter something back there. So that's the plan for this one. It is set in London as well, so I have been to London quite a few times, so that'll be good. And the bookmark I'm using for the meantime, because it's right in front of me, is my little rainbow bookmark from Bookbox Club, because I believe there is LGBTQIA plus representation in this book, and it's still June. I can still use this. Not that that's ever going to stop me, because it's such a cute little bookmark. So that's that. You just put the... Oh, there's a quote from Jack the Ripper in here. So is he going to play a part in this? Who knows? We'll find out. So that's this one. And how many pages is this? Can I see without spoiling myself? Okay, so we do have a bonus story in here featuring Magnus and Gem. Oh, that's going to be cute. I do like Magnus and I do like Gem. Anyway, epilogue. Right. 572, and I believe Chain of Thorns, is it? Has been announced. We have the title, we don't have the cover yet. But we have a title, and I think we have a release date. I just haven't looked at it yet. But I've whittled on for long enough, I think. I'm going to put my dramas on, curl up, put this on, and watch. And in terms of reading, I believe Jade from JD Rereads has posted her TBR Pursuit game, and Gav from How to Train Your Gavin has posted his Play Your Cards Right TBR. So, I've already got my TBR, but I like watching the games. So we'll just precariously balance things here. I need to sort this room out, but that's a problem for another time. And I'm going to love you and leave you and get on with the reading. It's Thursday. We're nearly halfway. We've passed halfway. We're nearly at the end of the week. Yay! I look like this because I've just come back from the gym. Did half an hour on the cross trainer, or as the Americans call it, the elliptical, I think. Either way, I did half an hour on that and I am pooped. I did weigh myself yesterday. I lost another pound. I'm still feeling like I've got lots of energy. I don't know if I'm seeing big changes yet, but small baby steps is better than nothing. And that £1 loss is still a loss. It's the 1st of July today, so it is the official. Well, it's about 7 o'clock now, I would say. So technically, yeah, it's 10 to 7, near enough. So technically, Sequelathon started 17 hours? Either way, it started at midnight, but I was asleep because I had to work today. So, and I just thought midnight would be fun because then there's no date restrictions on anyone. Because midnight's the same in any time zone. It was midnight in your own time zone. Anywho, I'm blabbering. So I've just realised the next vlogs for this month are going to be fun. I can't tell you anything about what I'm reading for spoilers. The book I did end up picking up, I don't know if I told you, my crossover book was Chain of Iron by Cassandra Clare. I got to, it was like the 70-page mark. Not that far in. It pretty much is picking up at the end of the events of Chain of Gold, and I am loving it so far. It has that angst that we know Cassandra Clare writes so well, and I'm loving it. Again, it's a new-ish release as well, so I feel like I've got to be really careful with spoilers. Some of them, like Son of a Witch, Kingdom of Ash, I should probably be okay to do a full review in the vlogs about what's happening. The Walking Dead, it's a comic book series, so we're okay there. It's just continuing on, and I think everybody knows the gist of what that series is about because of the show. I have a companion series that I'd be okay to talk about each book individually, because they don't have an overarching plot, they just have a theme, as if anything, and I think that's it. So it's the 1st of July, happy Sequelathon. So this will be like week 0.5, I would say, of Sequelathon. So it's 4, this vlog is going to be so messy. Finishing off one themed vlog, themed reading month, and diving right into another one. Fun. So plans for tonight. I want to watch some booktube because, as you know, that's how I read, and get some more into A Chain of Iron because I'm loving that one so far. And I also have to pack for the weekend because I'm going to Sean's again, as per usual, so should probably get to move on with that. So I'll come back to you probably Friday or Saturday just to give you an update on how I'm doing, because that Chain of Iron is a junky monkey and I'm not going to be able to, and I don't think I'm going to be able to read it completely by Friday. But you guys know I stay up later on a Friday because I don't have to work, and if the book is intriguing enough I will stay up until I cannot stay up any longer. So that's just the little wrap up, updatey, vloggy bit for tonight, and I'll see you in the next bit. Okay, so it's Saturday, my microphone is all fluffy, and as per you've probably gathered, there's been some changes in this room. The big one is right here, you can see wall. This is also why I didn't update last night, but my little sofa bed broke. Fun. So my mum and my sister spent the day off gutting my room for me, and then obviously last night I just spent in cleaning and getting things sorted. And this is quite embarrassing, but look, all of that, this is my effort for today, and that's just a washing basket with some hangers. All of that is clothes that I'm getting rid of. So yeah. Oh, and in case anybody's wondering, the new bed has been ordered and it does come with storage. I was planning on gutting my room when I was on holiday anyway, but not quite like this. But it was a good excuse, and I found some things I forgot about. And I woke up stupidly early. I think that's because I'm sleeping up practically on the floor. Just there is my little bed. Two mattresses and some a quilt and some blankets. It's actually quite cozy, but I can't see myself doing it long term. But I woke up this morning, just finished off what I can in here, and I've read about halfway through Chain of Iron, and I'm loving it. We're getting to the nitty gritty of it. Unfortunately, because it's a sequel and it's quite a new sequel, I can't tell you too much, but I'm enjoying it. I don't know if it's going to be a 5-star, but I am getting the emotional feel from characters that normally gives me that. Don't think there's much else to tell you today. Yeah, I'm gonna love you and leave you for now. I quite like this angle for vlogging, but this wall is so bare. Hopefully it won't stay bare for very long. And I'm just popping in to say it's Sunday and to close out the vlog. Update: I finished Chain of Iron, and to no one's surprise I got 5 out of 5 stars. There were so many parts of it where I was going, oh no, not this character, not that character. And I just love how the relationships between the two are developing. And oh my gosh, can Cassandra Clare write a kiss scene? So now, the other book I took at the weekend was Kingdom of Ash by Sarah J Maas, and I'm about 70 or so, I think I'm 70, 80 pages into that one, and enjoying it so far. There's enough of a recap so that I know of the important parts of the story without being bogged down in info dump, especially since it's been a while since I read Empire of Storms. And Tower of Dawn is an important one, but it doesn't really follow any of the main characters in the main series. And I'm enjoying that. Be nice to finish a series before the end of the year. But I did buy 2 more books. In my defence, they were buy one get one half price, and I did have £10 on my Waterstones card. So really they only cost me about £4. So plans for tonight are to edit the haul, so that can go up on Friday. The books that I bought last week and obviously this week are just going into July's haul because I can't be bothered to refilm June's, and I'm going to love you and leave you. So give this video a like if you like it, and subscribe if you want to see this and talk about these, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.